Welcome back to Easy Dispel, where the name is Easy Dispel, and we did it wrong anyway. I'm your dungeon daddy or master, depending on your definition of it. Andrew, joining me tonight are fabulous heroes, as always, beginning with.
Hi, I'm Will, and I play Dominique.
Hi, I'm Rachel and I play Angel.
I'm Mike and I play Sai.
I'm Lucy and I play Yoshida.
And I'm David. I'm going to be playing Gil. And yeah, let's play some D&D. Woo!
That's your. I don't know why that just took me off guard. It wasn't quite as punctuation as I'm used to, I think.
Ran in on a comment tonight.
Yeah, we are coming back in. This brave party of heroes has just navigated a lost tomb that they've learned is of the ancient deities that used to preside over this world. They navigated its traps and puzzles, unlocking doors and secrets alike before meeting and defeating the guardian of the tomb, an undead dragonborn paladin person of interest who is protecting the tomb and here to test this party specifically. See if they were the ones he was meant to be waiting for. After his defeat, his body lying on the ground, he stepped from the shadows of the corner, the body fading away, stating that you passed the trial and that the treasures of the tomb were yours to collect and do with as you please. Each of you have kind of claimed a long-lost artifact of this tomb, and you laid to rest in the treasure room. Amidst the piles of gold and art, these tributes at this old altar, you rested. You've all leveled up, and beneath the shadow of a long-forgotten enemy, you awake. So you can all make sure you're full rested.
Okay,
So
long
I took a
rest.
long rest.
Just-
Okay.
Yeah, you all were able to take a long rest. I know that was the last thing. We went through all of the treasures you guys got. There was one additional one that you found overnight. A large black cast iron cauldron, which I believe Doman had taken some time to look over. The one other item in this room that you still haven't really had much to do to mess around with is a black crystalline spear protruding from the chest of this demonic 8-armed centaur thing with his leathery arms under which you've rested this last evening. Other than that, what do you guys want to do? Go over your items, you can talk amongst yourselves.
Sai's gonna walk up to Gil and just say, "Hey, can you take a look at this mask and just, I don't know,
Yeah.
see what it does for me?"
Actually, if you all just want to bring your items over here, I'm assuming this is like very first thing in the morning, or last night, whatever. It doesn't matter. If you all want to bring them over, I can identify them all and go from there.
Okay.
So, yep, I identify everything. That's right. It would take me. I mean, I don't know how many items exactly we have, but it would take at least an hour.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll say hour and a half to kind of go through everything and identify.
We
At
also
all.
had our Dragonborn friend kind of tell us what they did, so a lot of it we probably don't have to.
Yeah,
I'd
the
like to
only new thing revealed is the curse on the mask that.
Yeah.
And so, Gil, you are aware of a curse
Yeah.
that is on the mask.
So
Uh,
I guess with that, he's gonna hold it and kind of fiddle fuck with it for a little bit.
Ooh.
And he's gonna look over his side. Look, this is cursed.
How?
I'm not sure exactly how. I can only tell you that there is a curse, if I am understanding that right.
Yes. That's at least how I like to run with cursed items and identify.
Usually
No,
it's
that's-
magic.
So typically with a cursed item, there's a bunch of things that could happen. Now, this one could potentially harm you. It could change your outlook on life. It could change you altogether. An attempt to take control of you.
Okay, well, I guess I'll have to make a decision on this. Thanks for letting me know.
Hey, I just want to say, don't make light of this decision.
Okay,
Think it over.
I will.
I'm gonna hand it off.
Just in the corner, shaking the spear. Like, what is this?
Uh, it comes free easily. That's if you grab onto it. It's true. And like there's a moment like you go and as you go to shake it and it pulls and it almost cuts you. Orelton like steps from the shadows seemingly from nowhere and catches the end of it. Be careful with this. He kind of lets it go once you've got a good grip on it. It's a dangerous weapon to be cut by.
Why?
It runs the risk of severing you from reality. Simply by bearing it, this weapon, you can impose your will on the world. Things are more likely to happen as you intend them to, rather than how they might have before. The extent of this item, I've never been able to fully surmise. It, like everything else here, is yours. Just know, some of these were sealed away for a long time for a reason. This is one of them. And he looks at the mask that Sai is holding. That's another.
So this spear separates reality from the body? What does that mean? What that like if you die from it you don't exist anymore?
Potentially. There's a chance. There's a chance that if you die by this spear in any reality you also die, its implications are strange. And he looks up at the thing. For a long time, it was the one thing that kept that from our world.
That
Geez,
guy?
that
I can't give you all the answers. Some of them are yours to learn. And he looks for a moment, he reaches into his pocket and he opens a small silver stopwatch. You showed up in time because everything I've been working on has been borrowed. Good luck. And he clicks
gonna-
the stop
I was gonna
watch.
say, as he's saying that, I was just gonna yell out, Do you know Alderman?
Yeah, and he just this stopwatch drops to the ground
That's all I needed. So
and just continues faintly ticking.
Just waving the spear around. Woo.
I'm gonna walk over and pick up the stopwatch.
Okay. Make a perception check. Lucy, that spear.
Yes.
I don't have anything in D&D Beyond quite yet, but if you just want to make a note that you have the World Bender spear, and then just add a +3 spear to your inventory.
Whoa. I got 2 new weapons.
It's a 28.
Unless somebody else wants this spear.
28. This is an identical stopwatch to the one that Sparrow always carries, and probably equally important, identical to the one that you've seen Gil carry.
Tell us everything you know.
Okay. I'm just gonna tuck it away for now.
Does anybody else want this spear?
I think that might
At
be.
least let me hold on to it, please, if you don't mind. She's swinging it around.
Not exactly a melee type of person.
With them all identified, the items that you have, if you would like to attune to them, you can take the time to do that as well.
Yeah.
Look at my new crossbow, guys.
Going to make
Is
some
that
beautiful
how-
music with that.
I can only imagine just that being the noise every time ka-chunk, every time it gets loaded, just an audible ka-chunk.
Oh, I was thinking like a pull on a violin string.
Don't I lose like all stealth ability while I use this?
No, that's so. If you read the description on it, that's once per turn you can deal the extra thunder damage. And
Oh.
if somebody takes that damage, they, for a period of time, will emit faint, like musical chiming noise, which gives them disadvantage on stealth, and they cannot rest for the hours that it is affecting them.
Okay, I gotta find that description. Is there? Sorry, we can talk about this later.
If you just click on the item in your inventory, it should
Oh,
be
it's in
added.
my inventory. Okay.
Yeah, I
sorry.
added these all to you guys' respective inventories.
Oral's crossbow. Yay!
The shield for you, Rachel, should automatically update your strength, and your armor class once you attune to it.
It's just a +2 AC.
So it should. Did you attune to it?
That's all I have in my equipment is one shield. It's a +2.
Wait 1 sec.
Oh no, hold on. I need to refresh. This is still
Oh, if
pulled
you've
up
had
from
it up for a
last
while.
session.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and refresh that.
We do that.
Gil, you'll notice your spell save DC goes up to 20
Damn.
if you're using it.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Did anybody grab the potion of speed that we
That's
found?
for you.
Okay, well I will say that I pocketed that then.
Okay.
And I just did the math. Everybody can add 422 gold and 166 platinum.
Well, do we need to account for the tribe?
Nope.
I will have sorted that all. I'll say I have sorted it all out, and I'm like, all right, here's everybody's money, and then that happens. I'll look to Domin and Angel.
Yes.
Is that
mean,
is that
yeah,
counting
yeah.
all of the art and gems?
No,
as
that's
well?
just the gold and platinum.
I think we
'Cause-
leave the tradables to them. That's going to be more profitable for them anyways.
It's also gonna be
Usually spend
kinda-
cash.
Kind of tough for us to carry.
Okay,
So,
so
are we-
422 gold.
Are we taking the gems? We're leaving it for him.
Can I pick through a couple of those just real quick?
Yes, just any diamonds.
Sure, I'll just throw you what I assume is a bag of 5,000 gold pieces worth of gems.
Yeah, during your sorting, you've kind of packaged all of the gems up, and you have a sparkling, like 3 fistfuls of gems. Say there's 4 diamonds that would suit your needs, Rachel.
And then I will take these apart and go, yeah, I believe you two are going to want these. And between Doman and Angel,
Split out what?
the diamonds.
Oh, the diamonds. Okay. So Doman gets 2 and I get 2.
I find the platinum and I'm like, how much?
166, and it's in that pile right there for you.
166.
And 422 gold, right?
Yeah, basically it didn't come out quite right, so I just converted some of the platinum to gold and made it even. So
Thank you. Thank you for doing the math, Si.
no problem.
Is that including Lord Quinnington?
Yes.
Okay. We'll gather his up as well.
And
He
as
has
far
his
as
new
the
backpack.
As far as the art, I just want to examine and see if I see anything that resembles what was in Abby's office when we were in the astral plane.
Okay, make a perception check.
Excuse me, that wasn't Averin.
Sorry, Gray Oldemans.
Excuse me.
That would be a 15. No, sorry. Yeah, 15.
Okay. So Gray's office had been pretty sparse. There wasn't a whole lot of art or anything like that. So nothing really that you can make out. There's a couple like interesting pieces that kind of match some of the murals. Like, there's one, and it's 4 people that are standing around a tree, a metallic tree, similar to the one that you saw with the woman kind of standing in the branches. Like things like that. You actually recognize the guardian of the tomb as being one of the figures, like a large black dragonborn. As well as a purple tiefling, looks like an elven or a half elven man with a bow, and a young red-haired woman. There's a couple different paintings that seem to represent that group.
That particular one where they're standing around the tree, I'd like to just take that one with me for the time being.
What?
And I'll just look to everybody and be like, I think this one belongs to somebody else, but I think the tribe can have everything else.
Right.
Okay.
Well, shall we get out of here?
Yes. And I
Use some-
start skipping out.
Remember the
Giddy about
traps?
your bow.
I'll
Wait,
grab
I'm-
Ange by the arm as everybody else leaves, and just pull her to the foot of Leora's statue. Does her face look familiar to you?
She looks like my mother.
Make a perception check.
Wait, guys, I have teleportation.
Teleportation?
Teleportation?
Teleportation.
I was going to say, teleportation sounds like half my body's going to make it.
I like
Crafting
get
Bunny,
back
thank
in.
you
I'm
for the
like,
resub. 4 months
Yes.
means so much to us.
Woo!
Yeah.
oh, to a place.
16. Was my roll.
16. Is what she does kind of look like your mother. Make it with advantage with Doman
Pointing it out now.
assisting here. Do one more, and if it's higher than 16.
15.
15.
I was thinking maybe a little younger than your mother.
She doesn't look anything like my aunt.
Looks like Lyran, doesn't she?
You know? I think you may be right.
And then I'll point over at who is it, Fenry?
Mm-hmm. Finray.
Now who's that look like?
Now, with that knowledge, can I? Do you need me to
Okay.
roll again?
No, well, with this track, Finry looks like Mav, like similar, like facial shape, more androgynous in how it's carved, but
I thought Finrear
Greyback?
no,
Was-
Finry.
Finri.
Finry, in campaign 1, when you guys met Finry, she was a she,
Okay.
looked like a halfling sailor.
Okay.
I really don't know what to think about that, but those two, and I'll look up at Skyoder, and that one's you.
And Angel's gonna start looking at all the other statues and see if there's any others that are recognizable.
Give me a perception check with advantage.
Roll nice for me, dice. That's not nice. 9.
9, and that was with advantage?
Yeah. The other
No
one,
idea.
3.
Doman, I'd let you make this roll as well.
Okay.
And then if
Perception?
anybody else has kind of stuck around, you're welcome to pay attention and make similar rolls, but without the advantage.
You said perception, right?
Yeah.
I skipped back in there and was trying to think about teleporting us back out. Doo-doo-doo.
16
So-
looks like.
16. Is everybody still in this room?
I would have said that I would have been walking out because they said like they were waiting until we all had kind of left the room. I would be probably coming back around this time since they've been taking forever and maybe see them looking at the statues, but not know anything about it. So
Yeah, Doman with a 16, especially with Yoshida having just ran back in and is skipping around. That statue of Oral looks an awful lot like her.
I'll just point it out to Ange as well.
Would I hear them do this?
Give me a perception check.
That's an 18.
Doman, does she hear you kind of talking about this? Is Doman being subtle and sly, or is he just kind of like pointing and talking?
I don't think he's got any reason to keep it from her. I think
Yeah.
he would just be saying it out loud.
So with an 18, that was more just giving Yoshida's general tendencies of paying attention. You do catch it. You
Sure.
more with Anj and Doman kind of like off to the side, like pointing. You catch Doman like pointing between you and the statue and saying something to Anj.
Well, I'll go over and just kind of look at it for a minute. And kind of like take note. And then back
And-
away.
It does. With that, like you realize it is similar to you, older. But again, a lot of these statues don't have a ton of like detail, which is why you would have caught it right out the gate. It's paying attention. It's you.
Still talking to Ange. Yeah, I don't really know what to think about this, but that I guess what was eating away at me while I was sleeping last night is what is the best way to return somebody's divinity to them?
That was. How? You don't return. What? I don't know.
If somebody has lost their divine spark, the best way to bring it back, I guess, would be to make them divine, right? And like I'm just staring at the statue the entire time.
And how do you make them divine? I was hoping that maybe we could use the water to bring back the gifts for Deer and Mav, but
I hadn't really got that far yet, but you know, with Gil's whole time traveling bit and Orelton just disappearing like that, it makes me think that it's got to be possible, right?
Do you think these things could do it?
Well, the water's supposed to bring somebody back to life, right? Everybody we got's alive. So I don't know if that's the answer. And this one's definitely not it, and I'll hold up the vial of perfect death.
What about that spear? Changes
Uh,
wills?
Could be. I'm not really sure how to make it bend the world, as it were, but could be an option. We could ask Gil, but you know how much we end up getting out of him about future and past shit. Anyway, I just wanted to
Maybe
show you, just bring it to your attention.
maybe Sai has some ideas.
Our task.
Hey Sai,
Yeah.
look at this. It's me.
I mean, I'll like as I'm walking. Yeah, sure. Okay, you're a god. I get it. Let's. Oh,
And that one over there, that's Leah.
that's a hell of a coincidence.
And it gets even crazier. And I'm gonna point out the other two.
And I'll point out Abby, and that one looks exactly like Abby.
Well, obviously.
Just saying.
That's because it is me.
What?
No,
Where did the
No.
voice come from?
From the statue of Abby.
no, no, it didn't.
It's not me. Simply something I'm connected to. This place of power. I fear those that work in my name are moving against you. For too long, I have let them control the church. And now, chained as I am, they will not listen to me. I fear I may have warned you too soon. Too late.
Avi, you're chained?
I always... Before I became this, I wondered if I was truly Crest. Why I would have had so little impact on the world around me. I have been bound here, holding the gates closed. And I can feel myself fading. Until... And the voice stops.
I'm like hugging.
Hugging
Okay.
the statue?
Yeah, I'm like, Abby.
Are you really?
Yes.
It's surrounded by
Okay.
a pool of lava.
You will take a lot of fire damage if you're hugging the statue.
I wasn't
Because
looking. at
it's
it.
in lava.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I
So-
desire to hug the statue. but I
From a
don't. I'm sorry.
distance.
Air hug.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, that was. I looked at that and I went.
My bad.
No, you're.
I've drawn a giant flower on the floor, and I'm like, guys, I think this will work to get us back to the camp.
The flower. Okay.
If you'll all
Avi, what are
step-
you holding back?
Abby,
Avi, what are
think-
you holding back behind these gates? What about these
He's
gates?
disconnected. He's
There's no
gone.
response.
Oh, I missed him disconnecting. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Forgot.
that's
he hung up on us.
his voice began to crackle and fade, and once it stopped, the lava that's like pouring forth, like he has cupped hands that are just pouring lava into this forge that runs off into out of the room, begins to cool and harden.
The user you have tried to reach is no longer available.
Well, now I can hug.
Where is Gil during all this?
Gil is clocking each one of you and is taking a good hard look at each of your reactions.
As Avi's voice fades out, Sai's gonna look at Gil and see if he sees any reaction out of Gil.
We're going into it. Sorry, we just went into this is awkward point of the playlist every time where music just gets very like. So let me just move forward a bit.
I mean, there's a little bit of surprise. Not as much as you would expect, but there's still some there.
And I'll just kind of acknowledge and... Alright, well, we gotta get out of here and figure this out. Clearly, Avi's in a bad spot. Not where we thought he was.
We have to go back and help him.
Okay.
Step on her flower.
Sorry. Really quick, Yoshida, before you teleport, because you mentioned using it to get back to camp. The camp is maybe 20 minutes from where you're at.
I just wanted to. Okay, fine, guys. We can walk. If you don't trust me yet, I think I need to read some more. I don't know.
And that was me. I just didn't want you to spend that high of a level spell.
No, it's
going...
fine. I just walk dejectedly all the way back. I am pouting.
No, Yoshida, we trust you.
Shut up. No, you don't.
No. Please.
I think it'll be fine. It'll work, but maybe we save it for when we really need it.
Mm-hmm.
Sad. No.
Like back to avarice, maybe.
Okay.
Yes, that's a good plan.
All right. I'm headed back.
Well,
Okay.
as we
Sure,
leave
Ed.
the tree roots. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I wanted to double check. Did everybody attune to the things that they got? I know
I have not yet. I have not
No.
yet.
I have not.
I did.
I did
I
not.
have.
Okay. Just me checking.
Let me double check is the book attuned?
Yes.
Okay.
If you want to be able to use you have to attune it for it to affect your spell save DC or use any of the spells. Otherwise, it's just a spell book.
When I identified it, did I identify a curse?
No curse. The only curse item was Shaith's Mask of Torment.
Cool. Then yeah, I would attune unless Doman wanted it.
I'll hold up the spear. I think I'm set.
Okay.
And the massive cauldron you're just dragging behind you.
Yeah, it's a tiny cauldron. It can grow big.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
It was big when you found it. And it
Yeah,
shrunk back.
It's grower, not a shower.
both actually.
Yeah, you can do both.
I feel that.
I was
I
gonna
hope
say,
you
All right,
don't
that's
know
where we're
that
going to
right
end for tonight. It's just every time David says something like that, it just shut it down. Making it to the tree roots, they stand open for you, and standing a short ways ahead, Pecan, whose I guess name you don't technically know yet, stands, and she looks and she goes, "I'm so sorry. My reach is so short here. I heard something, but the tomb is sealed from communication, and I could not make it to you or them." She looks to the cave entrance. I'm so sorry.
What happened?
No.
I just. Oh, you're muted, Angel.
Angel just takes off. She just runs towards the cave entrance.
Yeah, you guys can make it past
Follow her.
that short lava flow. Angel and Doman leaving them behind, leaving the rest of the party behind as you rush to the entrance of the cave. And you see smoke outside.
I've got my new crossbow out and I'm running behind them.
As they're running, Angel's gonna yell at Doman, "The stone! The stone! Collier!"
I will pull out the sending stone and see if I can't get a hold of Lear.
There's no response.
Feather.
You break out of the entrance to the cave, and you see there are burning carts. Some of them overturned, scattered supplies, bodies.
Start going through the bodies for the people closest to me first.
Frantically.
Many have been burned. There are arrows piercing some members, cuts from swords and axes. Make an investigation check.
Oh.
23.
Oh. 11.
23. Angel, you go to your cart first, where you last left Lear and Mav, and tear it apart. The only thing you find in there is the heated, warm, but still intact, immobile Spark. He's been unmoving, warmed by the flames, but was built too sturdy to be melted by them. You tear through to the front where the door would have been, and there is a hand outstretched, tearing away the wood. His barb, who lies unmoving, long cut shoulder across her chest, her eyes closed. Turning over bodies, you find the body of Starkeeper Jotun in the center of camp. The top of his staff that he always carried, having removed the false sheath on top, revealing the spear underneath. He's been pierced by numerous arrows. He clutches a scrap of red and gold cloth in his hand that bears the corner of what you know to be the symbol of the Church of Crest. The bodies of Lear and Mav are not anywhere to be found.
How recent does this all look?
Maybe a matter of hours. In the middle of the night.
Is Lady Featherweight and Spark to be seen?
Spark, yes. Lady Featherweight, no.
This is kind of not with this situation, but as all this would have been said to us and I saw them run, the picture that I had brought out, the art piece that I had brought out, I would have dropped at the foot of the roots and ran out as well with everybody.
Yeah. If you looked over your shoulder, the last thing you would have seen is Pecan kneeling, looking at it, and crying. Not the first time she's feels as though she may have let down a group such as yourselves.
I'm gonna just start looking for the vehicle that we drove, if it's around.
Yeah. Some damage, but as nobody was in it, it seems to have been kind of ignored mostly in the attack. Mostly superficial damage. There's a body of one of the nomads kind of pressed against it with an arrow wound on where they may have been taking cover. But Angel and Delman, you realize there are less bodies than there were before. It seems as though some people were taken, not just killed. There's potential that there are survivors.
Doman will, I guess, pull back out the brand new cauldron. And if for anybody that's in the vicinity, you see a diorama carved on the outside of the same heroes that happen to be in the painting that Side just dropped. And he'll put it down in the middle of the ruins and remains of what was the food cart, the cooking station, and grab the inside of the rim and just pulls it apart. And as he does, the cauldron grows bigger. And he'll set it down, and he'll go back to Barb's corpse, who he will try and get an arm under her knees and then behind her back, and then realize, yeah, what the hell am I doing? She's like twice my size, and will like finagle her over his shoulders and pick her up, go back and dump her in the cauldron, and then proceed to find all the salt he can from the cooking station and dump it over her body.
Yeah.
And just till there is nothing but a mound of salt in the cauldron. And he will find some chalk, and on the side of the cauldron he will write, save this cauldron for Lear. And we'll just walk away from her body in the cauldron. Yoshida, time for your trick, I think.
Okay. Trace a more elaborate, better flower in the sand.
As you're doing that, Sai, having gone to find your vehicle, there is a Chris, one of the kind of wavy edged ceremonial knives with a ruby set in the hilt, pinning a note to the back of the vehicle.
I will grab that and read the note.
By order of Crest himself, we name you enemies of the city and of the church. Your interference will no longer be tolerated. Any who we've deemed to be your allies or friends are hereby convicted of treason against the one true God and the one true city. We are willing to forgive the crimes of those you call allies, friends, and family in exchange for the surrender of yourselves, the true threat to our peace. In 3 days' time, we'll declare the executions of Balder Pepperdine, of Lear and Mav Ek, of Victorine Lasmorn, and the list goes on. It names Dririk Iska. It names several other members of the Pepperdine household. It's Ash and Felix. It is signed by High Pontiff Valerius Dawnbreaker.
Sai will take this letter back. As he's walking back, I want to look into the ruby on the dagger and see if I can see into it as if something's looking back.
Make a perception check. Or insight. Or arcana.
Oh, let's see. We'll go insight. 28.
28. You begin looking, and you do get a sense of someone watching. That kind of creeping spider silk feeling on the back of your neck. And you realize that the light in the ruby isn't refracting as you move it in the sun, as though something's moving beyond it. You are being watched through this ruby.
He's going to look straight into the ruby before getting back to the group. I'm coming for you. And I will burn this fucking city to the ground if you do anything to these people. And then I will chuck the dagger as far as I can.
Off into the sand, and you see it just sit and kind of slide and sink into the dune.
And I will take the rubies that I've been holding out of my pocket and drop them into the sand as well.
Crushing them into the sand as you walk back to the group.
And I'll hand the letter to Doman. The city's going down.
That gives us a name at the very least. Yoshta, where are we gonna land?
That's up to y'all. We could land at our house, but that might be watched. We have to land somewhere that I've been before.
Where is the highest point you've been in Crest? Preferably a temple.
Avarice.
Temple.
We've all seen the top
Sorry.
of Abbey.
Avarice.
I could land at the brothel. Brigitta's brothel. DM?
Yeah,
Yeah, I could do that.
absolutely good, yeah.
Okay, so my flower starts to go purple and pink. Purple closest to the center. I'm like, okay, I'm not sure how this. You know what? It's gonna go great. We're gonna do great. Okay, we're gonna.
Gil real quick grabs Spark, and then we'll go, or then he'll be ready to go.
I would like to do, as a point of clarification, because I'm not going to kill a chicken off screen, Lady Featherwhite is also on the list of prisoners to be executed. And we'll say Lord Quinnington is currently like pacing in a rage. His family was listed as well. But
That makes sense.
okay. So
I grab
you
onto
are-
his hand, and I'm like, okay, come on. I drag him into the circle, and I'm like, okay, ready? Go.
Pull up.
Go team, go.
Right.
We somebody's got to roll a D1. The GM rolls a D100,
Mm-hmm. I do.
and I've been to the brothel a bunch of times.
Hello.
You have. So I'm giving you very familiar.
He rolled a 0.
Right. Okay.
I rolled 13.
Oh Lord.
Oh.
Oh Lord. Now you have to figure out where we land.
I do have to figure out where you land. Okay. All right, so 13 with this one is
Somewhere similar.
similar area. Do
We end up in a room of. Oh my god!
Okay. Sorry, I just need a second on this. As
You're good.
Sorry, guys, we left the
Decisions
skimmer
must
behind.
be made.
The skimmer is behind us.
It's okay. We can get back to it.
Yoshita, odds are even.
Even.
The magical energy begins taking shape, and you're in your mind's eye, picturing the brothel. The flowing silks, the soft music, the red draped lanterns, the men and women scantily clad, and you feel your mind begin to wander. You just go back.
No,
You're thinking of all these.
not again.
You all are encompassed in this swirling pink and vibrant purple energy that begins whipping around you chaotically, frantically. The world around you grows too bright to see. You all close your eyes, and then you feel the light fade, and you open it. A woman screams, and a man yells, "Ghoul, get the fuck out of here! What am I paying for?" As you realize you are in the dingiest, shittiest brothel you've probably ever seen. There is a red silk draped over a lantern. It looks as though the silk has been burned a number of times. There are not rooms. This is one large room that is like loosely separated by mostly opaque curtains, and a thick smell of whatever people are smoking in here just cloys the air.
I'm just like, "Huh, oops, huh, huh, oopsies. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh shit, I don't know where we are. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, hit.
You push through a number of patrons, kind of yelling at you and kind of like a couple people take swings, but I mean, you guys are all seasoned adventurers, and you push out onto the dark streets.
Sai is fucking pissed right now. If one dude takes a swing, he's fucking him up. He's knocking him out.
Yeah, I'm gonna say with you, just roll damage for me. You can't not hit this guy. Like one guy, like you kind of stumbles through the curtain and bump into him, and he turns around and he like kind of holding his pants up, takes a swing at you. You just duck under his arm.
That's 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage, and you clean his clock. He's still alive, and still conscious. He had 10 hit points. But you like he staggers and like sits back down. His pants like fall back to the ground, and then the woman on the ground, like showing her 3 teeth, like pulls the thin sheet like up over her and begins to scream as you all onto the streets. They're enclosed. You are underground somewhere. The dark cobbled streets.
Oh,
somewhere
sorry,
in that room.
guys.
Well,
Would I-
it's not the desert, so that's progress.
But I recognize the area.
I've never been here before.
Give me a perception check, anyone.
Natural 1.
Cocked on a
Gil,
20.
you've got no idea. They don't write about this part of Avarice in the history books.
That was a natural 20, and I got a 26.
23.
Nice.
You're maybe 3 blocks away from Mathis's old bar. Not Mathis, Rathmus.
Rasmus.
Oh.
Got to name my characters a
Doubly
little bit
got it.
more
Mathis.
distinctly. From Rathmus's old bar.
I think
Alright.
if we go this way, we can meet up with Rathmus. But do we want to involve anyone else?
I don't think he's going to be available.
Yeah.
I think he's dead.
Oh. Right.
Let's.
But
We have a
at least we
direction.
know where we're at.
Yoshida, with your natural 20 there, I'm gonna realize like Avarice is covered in these neon billboards that are constantly showing ads or and just commercials or posters and advertisements and stuff. You realize that there's one large one just a short ways away that is just cycling through pictures of your faces
Shit balls.
plastered across, and they are artistic rendering, like
AI.
not AI, like
ChatGPT?
somebody has painted things that make you each look like terrifying, like you at your worst, like blood splatters, just ferocious faces, like not painting you in the best light necessarily, but across each board says bounty, and underneath is 500,000 gold.
I
That's
transform
on
my appearance.
Gels. The next one, Doman's 500,000. Size 500,000. Doesn't Gil does not show up.
So I was wondering.
Gil's face is not coming up. Yoshida, 510,000.
10,000.
Yeah.
510,000. I've already changed appearance. I look like Sparrow.
Okay.
What?
I am now an owlin.
I will just throw a cloak up
I
over my
think
horns.
you've got the right idea.
Sidewalks.
Angel's gonna pull her hair back into a bun and just make her look clean and upstanding.
Just a little different. Just enough. Where are you guys going?
Let's find the elevator up.
You know the way. It'll take a little bit longer. You've usually been on a vehicle when doing this.
Should we plan for what we're gonna do when we get there? Because they're looking for us actively. You see those signs. Also, by the way, I'd like to point out that my bounty's higher than yours, but it's fine.
I
That
mean,
was a joke.
I think you had the bounty before we left.
Oh, that's true. Thank you.
we saw what they did to the camp. I don't think we have to guess what they're gonna do to us.
Right. But, like, they probably have people watching the elevators.
Is there?
So
Do
do
I
we
know
just-
of another way up? I mean, I'm assuming there's only elevators up. So
And you guys, each spent a couple months here. That was just kind of fast forwarded through, doing different things to earn favors and build your reputations around the city. Did anybody engage in the more criminal enterprises?
Yeah, we were trying to find a way down, so yes.
You were trying to find a way down. Angel and Yoshida, go ahead and give me, just roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
10.
9. I'm rolling like shit tonight.
No, we were just going for higher than whatever I rolled for your luck check.
Okay.
I rolled a 1, so that is good. You actually did some work with Rathmus. A couple jobs. And you know there are secret ways through the city. Not necessarily unguarded, but not guarded by anyone paid by the church. You can make your way to that. Is everybody getting music still? Sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. You can make your way to an elevator up. The criminal gangs that man these elevators, would you guys want to try to fight, bargain, or bribe your way through?
Right.
Bribe.
Without letting them know who we are.
Listen, if you're going to bribe them, it's gonna have to be more than what your bounty's worth.
Shit. I don't have that.
If they know it's us. Gil, why don't you go up?
I can try.
They don't know your face.
I can go too.
Yeah, that's true.
I can try. All right.
I'm following you, Gil. Got your back.
Give me just a second. And he opens his scarred eye, and a projection of a book comes out, and it starts flipping through pages.
Wicked.
And I'm sorry, I'm looking for something specific. I know I have it somewhere.
I'll lean over to Ange and be like, I know we're trying to save people and all that, but do you think after we're done we can get Yoshida to turn us in and we can get the bounty? I mean, that's a lot of money.
I think. Should I check on Lear and Mav? I think I can do that before we go.
Then yes, you should.
Who should I talk to Lear first?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pick one, both.
Okay, somebody count for me. Gonna cast sending.
25, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm good.
Lear. It's Yoshida. Are you okay? Where are you? Do you have Lady Featherweight? Is Mav okay?
You're good.
Yeah, you still had 7 words if you want it.
Oh,
Oh,
who
6.
captured you?
3 words.
Bye. Love you.
I was going by syllable.
There you go.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Alright.
Yoshida. How many words do I have?
25.
You're
But
the
you're also the
DM. You
DM,
have as
so-
many as you want.
No, I have 25. I'm okay. Mav is here with me. I don't know where I'm at. They took us upwards. Someone from the church? There are others here. And that's 25?
Yep.
And it cuts off. She didn't know she had a 25 word limit. She's used to the stones that you guys have, which didn't have them.
Okay. Okay. I can talk to her again. But I don't know if we need to.
Save it.
Okay.
Might be a risk.
All right. All right. Okay. All right. I'm with you, Gil. I'm an owlin. I'm a fairly silent owlin. Let's do this.
Not a silent herringon.
I think we should stay close in case something happens. Keep to the shadows.
Okay. You move to one of the secret ways up through the city to get from Asthenos to Terrace. You walked down the wrong alley, friend. A large human, shaved head with a number of scars across his face, tattoos on his neck. Is
Oh, you're pretty. Hey, so
compliments
at-
don't get you a discount.
why not? I mean,
Not my
you know what?
type.
Never mind. It's fine. Can't be everybody's type, right? Hey, question for you. I really need to go up.
Whew.
All right. See you in the right spot. How badly you need to go up?
I mean, not that bad, but I need to go up.
All right. Just the two of you.
No, there's a few others that we're trying to get up there, preferably unseen.
150 gold ahead's the going rate.
150 gold ahead. You know, I don't know if that's gonna do it. Maybe we could bargain a little, huh?
Okay. What are you offering?
20 gold ahead.
Ooh.
The fuck kind of sucker you take me for?
One that would preferably help out someone who is as well down on their luck.
I could throw a stick and hit 4 folks down the luck down here. You think that just pity's gonna get you special treatment?
I mean, I would hope so.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Make it worth my while.
Make it worth your while. I can give you the secrets to the universe.
It'll be a pretty good one. What good's it gonna do me? Can I sell it?
You could profit from it.
Tell me the secret. I'll tell you what it's worth.
Invest in this company.
I get where you're going. You go with the time man talk. Give me a persuasion check at advantage.
Okay. Ooh. That's a 20. Dirty.
Dirty 20. Assuming that's actually good advice, you're not just making shit up. Are you actually giving him advice from the future? Or are you just making shit up?
I mean, until certain events happen.
Okay.
I mean, it's not going to change a whole lot because
Be worth it for me. 50 gold ahead.
I'm telling you, you're going to at least quadruple, if not quintuple, your profit just with that information alone.
You know how I could triple my profit right now?
That's true.
Charge
I'm
you
not-
150
you know-
ahead.
I just.
Can I make a perception check? How many people are around?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check. Because I don't know if you realize.
Not 20.
Natural 20. There are about 7 people like behind the shuttered windows. Each of them you catch glimpses have racketed crossbows.
Okay.
And then there's one other shadowed figure kind of hiding off behind him in the corner who has what you think looks like a very large gun pointed at you.
Okay. How about we do, and there is a way, there it is. When I cast a wizard spell, you can expend 1 charge to cast a spell without verbal, semantic, or component costs of up to 100 gold.
Subtle spell.
Basically,
spell.
but this is a little different, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna cast mass suggestion.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit Everyone, I know I can afford it. I ain't gonna fucking pay. Fuck that.
None of them succeeded. And I
Perfect. Okay. So you suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two and magically influence up to 12 creatures of your choice that you can see within range, which is 60. So is that in range? Are all of them in range? Okay.
You're in what is essentially a very narrow hallway. It's just like a kill corridor.
All right.
Where
Perfect.
people posted up, and that's and you catch them all.
The suggestion must be worded in such a manner to make the course of action sound reasonable. Asking a creature to stab itself, blah, 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 blah. You can also specify triggers that will condition special activity during the duration, which is 24 hours. Okay, so here is going to be my sentence.
Okay.
Without looking at anyone else's faces, you will take myself and who I specify to the top. Afterwards, you will tell no one of this engagement.
Okay. Hey. You know, the investment doesn't seem like that bad of a deal. Who are we taking up?
And I say the people that are, and I wave you all forward.
Come over with her.
And he
It's down.
immediately, like, kind of averts his eyes. That's all of you. Right this way. And he turns and leads you on to. It's a tight fit with your group and this individual. Nobody else is able to fit in. Yes. To the top. And he grabs a small pulley and just begins cranking. With every turn, you guys move maybe 3 inches.
Oh Lord.
You've got, I think, 1,500 feet before you reach. Mesos is as high as he'll be able to take you. You realize as he continues cranking, you begin gaining a little bit of momentum, and it's turning and lifting you just a little bit further with each crank.
Switching gears.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's switching gears. But it is just, you are on a one-man powered manual lift. He's just not looking at you. A little bit longer goes by, and he reaches over and he presses a crystal on the side, which just continues the motion in the exact same manner. It's gonna be a trip.
So the unfortunate side to this suggestion is I didn't tell him not to listen, so let's just keep your mouths shut for the time being.
Whew, whew.
One thing I'd like to say, and I'll just reach into my bag, and because we're probably shoulder to shoulder, or more likely shoulder to thigh, I will pull out a folded set of clothes with the Katrovatiana signet on it, and I will just slide it over to Sai, and put it in his lap, or place it on his chest. That's just in case I don't get to give it to you later. Black's not your color.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're getting your kids back.
Damn right.
The warm fuzzies.
You will have 2 hours on this lift.
I'm gonna change back to Yoshia while on the lift.
This guy's still just not looking at any of you. You follow the suggestion. It's reasonable because a lot of the clientele that might do this need privacy.
I'm like, sigh.
Yo.
Why you gotta be running into me and shit and telling me, not talking to me and running away from me?
Oh my god. I fucking cast. Oh my god. I used my ability for an action to fucking send this person into the nether, basically expending his last turn and forgetting that he used it. No names.
And 6 seconds later, pops back and ugh.
Now I gotta figure out
Dang.
which fucking one that is.
Oh, my bad.
If you'll allow me to use it like that.
Yeah,
This one's
sure. Yeah, no, I love
Okay.
that. You just essentially reach out and just push him, and he falls through a portal. Just you're able to no fucking names. And he just, like, pops back out.
in. Oh, I love it.
Oh, I just had the weirdest sense of just yeah.
deja vu.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think. And so you guys you can talk about whatever you want. Just
Right.
note, yeah, he's still there. Him and I will point this out if it's a struggle having. He's got 15 hit points. Angel could
Yeah, that's what-
literally just smack his head into the side of the wall a couple times.
Clunk.
I'll just look up at her and. Why do you keep hitting me in combat?
I'm not trying to. Is that
It
what this
doesn't
is
matter.
about?
It doesn't matter if you're not trying to.
I like to imagine us just packed in an elevator going,
You have to be aware. This kind of shit has
Oh.
lasting effect. You can't just willy-nilly things anymore. You hurt people. You have so much talent, so many abilities, but you just don't follow, you don't pay attention to who's around.
Do you all feel like this?
Don't drag me into this.
You are kind of a little in your own head.
Terrible smell begins to fill the elevator.
I didn't do it.
Ooh, I think it was the tall guy. Ooh,
No, I know his variety.
weird.
Okay, guys.
I'd have claimed it.
Well, somebody pardon. It wasn't me.
Look at Gil.
All right. Ty.
Look,
I can pay more attention. I can get out of my own head. I can do better.
I know it's difficult with me being. I have to be in the middle of everything. But just give me a heads up and I'll move.
Okay.
I don't want to die by the hands of a friend.
Oof. Yeah. I don't want that to happen either. Okay.
Also, kind of along the lines of paying attention, it's Sai. You've known him for a while now.
Son of a tit biscuit, sir.
Don't worry, I've got this. Angel will say, and then just
We're gonna
Wait
make you
till we get
roll
to the
for
top.
it.
wait. We're already going with the crystal, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still going.
Angel's just gonna like reach up and try and snap his neck.
Oh, snap his
Right.
neck. Yeah, give
We
me
have to kill everybody.
give me an attack. Give me an attack roll.
Okay.
This is, or an athletics check. This is just a grapple. He can't look at you, so he has disadvantage.
Athletic check. This is gonna be sexy. It's a 21.
Yeah, you know what? He got a 3. I'm gonna give it. Doman, you say Sai's name, and Angela just goes and just turns this guy's head around.
God, and another one
he
bites the
looks at you,
dust.
and there's a moment where he goes, "What?" It just
Like-
slumps to the side.
Are we murder hobos, you guys?
We're about to be,
Yes.
and I'll just like lay him gently on the ground.
No, and Angela's gonna say, well, what if there's somebody up there that knows him? We'll just like hold him up. What is that? It's,
Well, you want to shove your hand up his ass and make him talk?
I'll put some sand in his mouth so it moves his mouth, and we can just pretend.
I don't think that's. I think it's peanut butter you're
let's
thinking
just-
of.
For a record, I know it scrolled our pictures. Did it have all of our names on the
no,
billboards?
it did not. It just was pictures of you.
Sweet. And I'll just be like, the billboard didn't have our names on it.
Well, now neither does his memory.
Well,
Is it like we're in a cage, or is there like a railing where you can just see right back
You're on
down?
like a safety maintenance elevator. It is just like a railing, so you can just dump him over the edge if you want.
wait,
what I was
no,
thinking.
that'll-
Before we dump him, let's just at least wait till we get to basically the top.
Yes.
yes, we can hang out with Dead Dude for a little bit.
Hey, why? Let him back down.
So if he hits the bottom, they don't bring us back down. Like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Gil does have a good sense of the future.
What's the point?
Oh. Well, at least he can't use the information I gave him anymore.
And I'm going to reach down and just see what money is in his pockets.
Nice.
He's
I
got
help you.
6 silver pieces and 4 coppers.
I will leave it in his pocket.
No, I take it
I'm
out.
gonna say,
I
if
take
you-
it out.
if you had taken it out, I was gonna be like, wow, the journey that Sai has been on during this.
Did he possibly have any lockpicks?
Yeah, we'll say he's got a lockpicking set.
Okay, I'll take
He's in that line of business.
I'll take I'll take his lockpicking set.
You said 6 silver and 12 copper.
3 copper, I think.
That sounds good.
I'm adding it to my inventory. Well,
We'll
I
just
saw
got like
you leave it.
1,200 platinum. Worried about copper.
I saw him leave it there, and I'm like, nah, we need to make it look like a robbery. Because it is a robbery. Jesus.
That doesn't. One sec.
I
I'm
mean,
trying to find
crest.
for the likely ensuing combat a decent map for you. Yeah, it continues going on. This is probably about halfway up.
So
Uh,
there's a couple things that I want to talk to you guys about.
Oh, are they real answers this time?
And now we can.
Yeah, well, so I've been kind of thinking on it. And I mean, I came back to change things, right?
Right, sure.
But you can't change things.
But so far, I haven't done anything. There's certain things that I need to change, right? But there's certain things that have already happened that I was intending to change and didn't. They happened anyway. Like the raid. Lear and Mav getting taken again.
You knew that was gonna happen?
I knew of it. I didn't know when.
And you didn't tell us?
No. There are reasons why. Obviously, you're not going to care.
I put death ward on Gil.
I need it.
Probably,
Might need
probably
it.
a good move.
Daya's gonna step between Gil and everybody else. Let him talk.
Look, there are. I mean, I'm from the clan. I didn't want to just sit by while it happened. But there are certain things that have to happen. Even if I try to change them, they don't change. Do you know why I stayed behind?
Why?
Well, first off, it was supposed to be that second lion that was supposed to invite a raid to the village. But we took care of that. But this time it wasn't a lion. Now, I had made some preparations just in case. They did nothing. I'm starting to think that it's not as easily molded as I had thought. It's not step on a plant and change the entire future. It's not say too many words and things change. Now, there are some things I do have to keep to myself. But you were talking about divinity. You were talking about the only way of getting divinity back is by becoming a god. That's not how divinity works. Divinity strips your entire lineage of their divine power, of their divine selves. Do you know why Averin took Lear and Mav? He drained their divinity. He made a promise to you to save Lear and Mav. And that's what he did. He took their divinity. When you become gods, it drains all divine essence from your lineage, and it kills them.
What if someone has no divine lineage?
Exactly why Averin took it.
I don't think I'm keeping up with you there, Gil. My
Yeesh.
kids are partially divine. My wife is partially divine. I'm of the hells. There's no divinity in me. I'm part monster.
Gil. With him saying that, words that were said to you once, long ago, but not quite yet to happen. The sacrifice can be made willingly by another. Averin talked to you and he told you that he sought another way to protect Lear and Mav than what had happened before. That one with no divinity, with no divine spark that hailed from something else, could take that upon himself. Someone else can make the sacrifice to allow the ascension. I don't know that you would necessarily share that, or what you might do in this tiny elevator in a woman, very large woman with a big weapon.
A couple.
But
You
it
know,
clicks into place for you.
but it's kind of where I'm going with it. Is, I mean, you saw the statues, you have your thoughts. And then you see for just a second, like him processing. And he steps to the edge, drops his knife just in case. And jumps off. And as he jumps off, you see a light and wings come out. Jet black wings with small blue tips. And horns that come out as well. And he starts flying. Huh. You know, I can't believe it. And then he gets back into the elevator. And they, as you get a closer look, they're spectral in looking, but nonetheless, you can make out the colors as well as the horns. And then they just slowly fade. So because it hasn't happened yet, I have mine.
The fuck is happening?
Another one of those things you can't share.
No, I mean this goes along with divinity. So I am. Ooh.
You're a
like
descendant
it's a-
from us.
And it seems like a big moment for you, Gil. I wish we could share it with you.
Okay, yeah, I am.
I kind of figured nobody else skips sandstones as well as I do.
Yeah, yeah. I hold on. I'm. This is. I've never. I was only told about this. I've never had it. Sorry. So. I mean, obviously, right? I have, and I pull out the emblem, the little. I mean, I have this. Yes, I am a descendant.
But you wouldn't have this in the future line? In the future?
No. It's because of how divinity works. Because when someone ascends, in order to maintain such a lineage, it strips it from those. It strips it from those in the lineage.
Past and the future?
Not from the past. Well, oh, that's a deep subject.
I'm taking a guess that this is just like a big circle. It comes back around eventually.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I was not expecting to hear that from you.
I mean, we have all of he explained it down in the taverns that, you know, these gods and then these other gods, and there's always these statues, and there's always these different averins, so it's a circle. We're just on a different round of the circle.
That's why I'm here. I'm trying to stop it from coming back around again. I'm trying to progress time, not restart it.
Ding.
Oh shit!
The elevator elevator comes to a stop, and the gates open up. Just like below, there's a very short hallway with nobody in it. It's just a stone entryway to the shaft. You dump the body over the edge, and it falls.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
You're like, is it slap off a couple things?
Poor guy.
Now you don't have to worry about changing that time line.
No, it's good. We're good. I blame Dylan.
This could be a dice roller. Sorry, I printed this off, and it could be a dice roller.
Squirrel.
Okay,
Yes.
so we go towards the door and are gonna be peeking out to see if there's anything out there.
So the door has like 2 holes drilled about at eye level for an average height person. Doman would have to squat, so I would have to jump. But Angel, you look out, and it's peering out into a room, and everything, like, it seems like a storeroom, but everything is like polished marble and like gold leaf. There's like just art kind of like piled in a corner. You're in some sort of storeroom. There does not appear to be anybody in there. Give me a perception check.
Perception. That is 12.
I'm so happy
Go.
I got a dice roller right now.
You don't see anybody in the room.
I think the coast is clear. Let's go. I'm gonna go to open the door, unless anybody tries to stop me.
You push the door open, and the man that was kind of sitting to the right hand or to the left side of it, like leaning against it, like kind of gets pushed back. We didn't have it scheduled. Who's coming up? And turns to look, and Angel, you come face to face with a middle-aged dwarf. He has a very like tightly woven fine beard with like gold bands. He's wearing not like not a cloak, but like robes, like heavy robes with gold stitching. It looks very much like a merchant. Fingers are heavily decorated with rings,
And he's the one that was sleeping.
yeah, and he was like kind of like pushes him to the side.
Angel's gonna grab his beard and his throat and hold him up against the wall.
It's you.
You're going to tell me where we're at. You're going to tell me how to get out of here. And you're going to tell no one else, or I will throw you down that shaft.
Make an intimidation check.
Okay. So it's gonna-
Can I give her advantage by holding my crossbow at him too?
Sure.
Okay. 18 plus 9.
Okay, and then he's not. Yep.
27.
We really don't want to go down the shaft. This is just a storeroom for the gallery. It's a front, clearly. The street wraiths use it to smuggle art, people, whatever they need. The main street, Messus, is just out and to the right, a few blocks down. Guards don't patrol here very regularly. We're on the outer edge. If you go closer to the center, that's where they'll be. There are refreshments in the gallery. If you don't kill me, you're welcome to them.
What kind of refreshments?
I just put out a tray of lemonade and cookies.
Oh, sweet.
We haven't opened yet.
All
I
right.
take one of his rings.
Pull it off. Roll a d10 for me.
My God, you have no idea how happy I am.
That would be 1.
Okay. Yeah, it's just an intricate, like gold and platinum woven band has a large sapphire set into the center. You take it.
Put it on my pinky finger, because he's a dwarf.
Fair enough. It is very loose.
I put it on another finger.
That it's not loose.
It maybe will fit your thumb. He is
My
like
thumb.
it was on his pinky. Dwarves are like stout.
Right.
individuals.
I'll put it on my thumb.
So yeah, fits on your thumb.
Thank you very much.
Fair enough. Oh, and we are good now.
I will go
Fine.
towards the door he indicated and just kind of like
No,
slightly peer it open.
It is a large art gallery. The curtains are still drawn. The door is not open. There is a small, like, craft services table that has some trays of cookies and 2 large pitchers of lemonade.
When do you expect the next person to be coming?
We don't open for another 2 hours.
One of your cohorts.
It's just me. We didn't have anything scheduled for today. That's why I wasn't being quite as alert as I should have been. Normally they send word. Where is Yvonne?
Clunk. I'm gonna try and knock him out, but not kill him.
Okay, make an attack roll.
If he'd had somebody coming, I'd just tie him up so he could be untied, but that is gonna be and that's unarmored, right? Or unarmed strike?
Unarmed, yeah.
Yeah, 17.
17 hits. What is your unarmed strike damage?
6.
You just clock him on the top of the head, and he's like, "Ah, what was that for? I've been nothing but." Roll initiative. He does all of a sudden does not think you're gonna let him live. He got a 10.
I got a 6.
Got a 16.
17.
Dirty 20.
Okay, so it goes Gil, Sai, Doman, this guy, Angel, Yoshida. Sai?
Gil's
Or
first,
Gil,
yeah.
sorry. Gil. You watch
Uh,
Angel just clunk him on the head, and he's still standing. Trickle
Uh,
of blood as he's kind of like cross-eyed at the shot.
I'm really sorry. And I take the end of my dagger, the blunt end, and try to hit him with it.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Ooh, that's a 2 on the dice. 10.
Ted misses. So you go, and also like you used to like just crack him like on the side of the head. You just kind of were, I'm sorry, and not want, and you just kind of like graze him. No damage. Sai.
That first one will be a 26.
Hits.
5 points of damage.
Okay. He's still up.
And the other one would be a 16.
Hits.
Another 5 points of damage.
And with that, you hear his jaw crack. Just 2 rabbit punches, just pat pat. And the second one, the jaw, not crack, but like dislocates. You watch it come loose, and his eyes kind of glaze over. Was Sai punching lethally or non-lethally?
Non-lethally.
Okay, it's not just. And he just like slumps, like just held up by where Angel's holding him by the beard. And if you let go, he just like slides against the wall, tips over. He's unconscious. You guys have 2 hours in this place. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Let's find a way to disable this. Or at least lock it in place up here so that if we need to get away, we can get down. But nobody else can come up after us.
Without making it obvious to. I mean, we could cut the cords.
I'll
We stick a stick in the chain.
I'll take the crystal out.
Ooh, good idea.
Oh.
Crystal just comes free.
Is that
Meant to be
somebody's
easy.
dog?
That's my dog.
Okay.
You don't know if that's enough to stop it from being like recalled. But just turn the lever. There may be a release. You're not sure. Anybody would like to make a tinkerer's tools check to like inspect the like a proficiency check, or just an intelligence check, no proficiency, just
Yeah,
to
I'll-
figure out the mechanics.
I'll do the intelligence portion of that. Yeah.
Oh, just give me a d20 plus your intelligence modifier.
15.
15. Pulling out the crystal might work. It was the system of automation.
How about we? I imagine they could manually do it, but that would get really tiring. So maybe we just. And he looks around. Do any of you have any rope?
Yes.
Okay. And then he takes a second and ties several places to like the actual landing up top.
I have the glue.
But we want to be able to get down if we need to.
Okay. Sorry.
The noises your dog are making are cracking me up.
Wait, my dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does this all the time.
He sounds like an angry goose.
Yeah, he's we'll just keep going.
Okay. You tie it off pretty securely.
Okay. I mean, if they really want it to go down, it'll still go down. But I think we made it very annoying.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Probably hide the dwarf in here too, eh?
Good
It's a
call.
good idea.
Just to make sure, you said we're on Mesos, the top, that's
The second from the top.
Second.
tier.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
not Exos, but Mesos. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Can I see if there's a spot to? Okay, you know what? Fuck this fucking. Okay, I thought this little candy dice roller thing was cool. I've rolled like ass ever since I fucking started using it. So, never mind. I was like,
Emotional
hey,
roller
can I?
coaster.
Well, okay, I guess that's not bad actually because I have high perception. But is there any place that we could hide this dude?
I mean, you could stuff them in the elevator. There's some large ornamental vases you could probably stuff them into with enough work. Some wooden crates that are around that if you took out whatever art was in them, they're filled with straw and paintings, so you could
Just
Stuff
love
him
the
in
idea of the like dwarf man popping out of a face.
Oh. we probably need to
dislocated
I mean-
jaw.
if we're gonna keep him quiet, we probably need to gag him and tie him up. I know he's out right now, but
But my problem with tying him up was that he doesn't have anybody planning to come take care of him.
you just snapped a man's neck in the elevator. What do you care?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing, Angel. Okay.
Draw a weird moral line.
Starvation's
basically
not cool, but a
information, like-
dude just minding his own business in an elevator?
No, the dude in the elevator we had to convince to help us. This one just gave us information for me asking.
You were threatening, just as a reminder.
That's true, but Still, maybe I should just do all the talking.
Okay,
No,
well then.
I appreciate your willingness to engage
Or
aggressively.
we just throw him over the edge and be done with it.
Oh, yeah, Quinnington. I was like, ooh.
And he just picks him up by the scruff of the neck.
No.
I can just toss him.
No, it's,
Just
it's
stick him
fine.
in the elevator and let's close it.
Just put him in the elevator. Just put him in the elevator.
Yeah.
We could lock the door from the outside. Just be
And-
done with it.
In a Quinnington fashion, he grabs him by the scruff of the neck and then by like one of the ankles and just cartoon tosses him just into the elevator.
Like a
And
bouncer.
crashes into the side and he slams it shut.
While everybody else
God.
is talking, Doman's going to be looking for changes of clothes, like whether that's staff members or pieces of
Aprons
art
or-
or something like that, something to change into.
Yeah, we're gonna stand out like a lot right now.
A sore thumb.
Maybe keep your wings inside
Uh,
your back. I don't know.
Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about our clothes. We're on the Mesos tier.
As far as clothes in here, there is one like there are pieces of what you think might be an exhibit, and they're like long, flowing, ornamental like robes and headpieces,
Stand out just as bad as what we're wearing.
if not more. Like representations of ancient Nalbrundian ceremonial garb.
We're gonna have to find a shop.
Quickly.
Try to.
Wait. Can Yoshita,
Yes, ma'am.
can you change and go get us clothes?
Yeah, I can change my appearance.
And go get us clothes.
For sure.
Perfect. Let's do that.
Sai, will you fit into that dwarf's clothes? Might be a little baggy on you.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty baggy. I can do that if need be. I still have these though.
Just like push them back down against the back of his head. There you go.
And the mask does have like that hooded portion that would
Don't
push
do
over
that.
the top
Don't
of
do
your
that.
head.
Do
And
that.
then you can go with Yoshita and
I'll go. I mean, I have no reason not to go.
Yeah, we'll go get some clothes. Any requests?
Something that fits.
something I can fight in.
Something that looks good with blood.
I dress up or I change my appearance to look like Brigitte from the brothel I meant to.
Meant to go to.
Vroom.
Okay. We'll say you're being disguised. You're easily able to go get attire that wouldn't draw too much attention from a nearby shop. Up here, it's going to cost 10 gold per outfit.
I got the cover, and I'll tell everyone it was 20 gold per outfit.
And then then Gil, who went with, will say no, it was 10.
Son of a tit biscuit.
Style will
Thank
give
you,
her
Yoshi
20
Flash.
gold still.
And here on the Mesos tier, in an art gallery that opens in about 40 minutes, you all have lemonade and cookies. We're going to leave off and find out what happens next time on Easy Dispel. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Have an awesome week. We'll be back Wednesday and Thursday for more games and other streams. Have a great week. Bye.
Yes, hands.
It's not where